Is there another fantasy series with an artifact like the One Ring that corrupts the wearer with greed to have the precious? Wheel of Time with Matt's dagger. The Black Blade in the Auric Saga? It's not as central to the story as the ring, but in the Dresden Files there are coins inhabited by fallen angels. The Books of Swords by Fred Saberhagen has 12 magic swords, each of which had a different power but all were coveted, and by the end of the series had caused multiple empires to fall and a pantheon of gods to die. In the Rift War Saga, there is a piece of armor that is inhabited by the spirit of a mega-powerful dragon lord. It's not great for the wearer. The Iouan stones in the Dying Earth qualify, I think. They're initially portrayed as magic stones whose principal effect seems to be that they make wizards covet them. The Gone from Men-at-Arms by Terry Pratchett, Discworld book. It wants to be used. The Rook and Rose series has something like this for a whole bunch of people. There's always the Ring of the Nibelungs. If the opera is too long, Xena, Warrior Princess, did a great interpretation.
Crystal Shard.
The swords in Memory, Sorrow, and Thorn turn out not to be a cakewalk to possess. In the Elder Scrolls there is a sword called Umbra that might fall into this category. I think it captures the soul of whoever wields it, and they become a husk of their former selves and take the name Umbra for themselves, and then they just live to feed more souls to the sword. The sword itself has existed for hundreds of years. Matt's dagger from Wheel of Time fits perfectly. The need to possess it slowly destroys you from the inside. This is kind of cheating, but the ring in Wagner's Ring operas is even more so. Dragonlance has got the dragon orbs, which corrupt their users. The Wizard's Glass in the Dark Tower. There is a book by a relatively unknown author called The Silmarillion. The Silmarils have an effect like you describe. Thomas Covenant has a ring of white gold, which is mundane in our reality, but can be used to channel magic in the land. A pretty on-the-nose reference to LOER, and by extension the Ring of Gyges and Der Ring de Nibelungen. The whole book is pretty on-the-nose LOTR reference, which it drastically subverts. Dungeon Crawler Carl has the Enchanted Knight WIRM's Ring of Divine Suffering that has negative effects on the user. It does not explicitly cause the wearer to be infected with greed to possess and protect it, though despite the negative aspects, Carl is unwilling, at least so far, to divest himself of it. Malazan with Ruled Sword. The Wandering and has a major character obtaining a cursed sentient circlet which amplifies her magic but also eroding her morals, or more precisely, making her not care about things happening that would leave her conflicted normally. And while she does allow other people to study it, she is highly protective of it, because it presents itself as the only way for her to protect her team, after having lost her previous team in a dungeon dive gone wrong. So, less corrupting with material greed.
Jade.
Green Bone Saga. A little similar, but not 1:1. There are characters who get addicted to jade and end up even more corrupt than they were before touching it. Glenn Cook's The Swordbearer. Call it Elric adjacent. The Golden Excrement from American Dad. Many homicides over it. Appears in several episodes. Most of the enchanted weapons in David Gemmel's Drenai books. They're slower to act than the One Ring, but they do corrupt their wielder to their will over time. The Skilganon books feature the trope most heavily, I think, although the magic is explained in the Druss books.